All right, ladies and gentlemen, my chosen ones, how are you today? Hope you're all doing well. Hope your day is going as planned. I'm wishing you all the best. All right, let's take a seat here. I need to fix this. Now, when I started the journey of self discovery, I came across the word scapegoat. Scapegoat, empaths, chosen ones. I was also educating a little bit more about narcissistic abuse. I needed to understand more. So I did what I could to get informed. And then I then figured out that that was me. I was a scapegoat, okay? No more, okay? No more scapegoating around. I was a scapegoat, but no more scapegoating around. And then I would now understand that I'd been involved with so many people who used to take me for a ride. You know, people scapegoat you for a reason. People scapegoat you because people get that feeling that you're easy to abuse or manipulate. It's very easy to do their mess, BS, and they can always dump it on somebody. So you've been a victim of abuse because people thought that you was an easy target. They could do whatever they could do, and they will run away from accountability, and they will dump all this garbage towards you. For all of you guys who are family scapegoats, you know what I'm talking about. You know how it feels. It's very intense, ladies and gentlemen. It's very intense energy. Having to deal with other people's problems because they can't deal with their own. They can't deal with their own. It puts some more weight on your shoulders because now you have to put your problems aside, and you have to run and deal with other people's problems. So you become some kind of a trash can, a garbage can. Whoever had some leftovers, they're going to dump that garbage onto the scapegoat. That's what it feels like. But you see, when you continue to educate yourself and evolve, you realize that you can no longer do this. This has been a job you wasn't prepared for. It wasn't your decision. It wasn't your. You was being manipulated into a situation that you had no idea about. So the family scapegoats, the same thing happens. Family members, brothers or sisters, family, father, mother, whatever. They have a bad day. They come back home. They are going to find somebody who can deal with their garbage, whatever it is happened outside, whatever it is they were doing. Bad relationships, something at work. They always come around and dump that garbage towards you. And that thing can only go on for as long as you're not aware. You don't know what is happening. You're not aware of it. But when you come to that awareness of it, the rules will change. Okay, the game will change because you see, a person can only use you for as long as you do not know that you're being used. But the very moment you realize that you're being used or abused, the rules are going to change. So you flip the script. So that's what I did. I was like, okay, no more BS. That BS, it's been happening for so long, and I wasn't taking that BS anymore. So for anybody who tries to do those kind of games at this moment in time, and they're thinking it's going to work, they're going to get the best surprise, the biggest surprise of their life. They will not find that version of me that used to handle that BS back in the years. They're going to be dealing with a different version of me and I'll put them in their own place. If need be, okay, if they force me to, I'll put them in their own place. Other than that, I'll let them be. Now, my chosen ones, you need to understand something. People are drawn to you because there is something about you. There is an energy they feel. You see, that's the thing with toxic people. Toxic people are so accustomed and used to their toxicity and playing all these manipulative games to an extent whereby for them to be able to play a successful game, they have to find somebody who is easy to manipulate or abuse. So I can promise you that when you start that journey of self-discovery, learning more about yourself, you will begin to look very closely around you and you're going to see it. It's going to be as clear as day. There will be no more hiding. You will know what it is. You will know that there is so many people that have been around you and they never really had your best interests at heart. So in other words, those people was around you for the benefits, whether it was validation, whether it was support, maybe sex, something in exchange. They just wanted something to take from you, but they was not willing to give you anything. In some cases, they would even breadcrumb you. So recently, I had an encounter. There was something very important that I had to do with a narcissistic parent. So I had to temporarily unblock the narcissistic parent, engage a little bit, you know, say what I wanted to say. It was a very important subject. That's the reason why I chose to reestablish that connection. It was just for a short period of time. There's something I needed. And then this parent now confirmed to me the reason as to why I left the unit in the first place so many years ago. I left the unit about 4 years ago. So when I did the unblocking, this individual was thinking that, oh, so now they are now back, and they think that, oh, so because they were thinking that finally, they can get me back into that role of scapegoating. And believe me, it was just a matter of hours. The scapegoating started all over again. Then now for me, that was confirmation that for me living in the first place, it was the best thing I ever done. That was the best thing to do. I had a confirmation that what I did at the first time was the right thing I did. Because I would now clearly see this very toxic individual playing again, all over again. The script is the same, but this time with more intensity, okay? The same toxicity. So I was like, okay, let's do this again. I blocked. Now, you see, there is something you need to understand, chosen ones. People will not stop disrespecting you for as long as you allow them to do so. Let's do this one more time. The disrespect will not stop, chosen ones, for as long as you allow it to happen. People entangle with you and they're the ones with the remote. It can't be otherwise. When you're dealing with toxic people, they need to have that remote by themselves. So they should be the one to push those buttons. Which one can I push today? Let me push that one. Let me try this one. Let me push that one. So they're going to continue pushing the buttons. And they are going to continue pushing those buttons for as long as you allow them to do so. But the very moment you stand up for yourself and you choose yourself and refuse to be used or abused, that's when you're going to become a bad person. For a lot of you guys, the scapegoats who have left these family units, the very first thing everybody is going to think that you're the bad person. Nobody is willing to listen to your story because you have gotten too used and accustomed to taking in the abuse to that extent whereby when it's time for you to walk away, to defend yourself and to stand up for yourself, you are eventually going to become the bad person. So they will never see you as they'll never see you as a good person because they'll always think that you choosing yourself, choosing self-love and respect You have done something wrong. So they want you to guilt trip you, to feel like you've done something wrong because you've disconnected from the unit. You did not do anything wrong. You just chose yourself. In many situations and circumstances, you are going to learn the art of choosing yourself. The guilt will kick in, in the early stages, days or weeks. The guilt will kick in. Oh, why am I doing this? Have I done the right thing? What will so and so think? What will so and so think? That kind of stuff. It is because you have been put in states of being too much codependent on people to an extent whereby when you choose yourself, the moment you decide to choose yourself and to walk away from disrespect, you are going to feel guilty. It's a codependency thing whereby you start feeling guilty because you have decided to walk away from abuse or disrespect. But you did not do anything wrong. There's nothing wrong with you, my chosen ones. I've been on this journey for years and I can promise you, you did not do anything wrong. You just chose yourself. You're going to learn to shut it down like a boss. You are going to learn how to shut down the game like a boss. And the only way you can do this is by walking away, and you do not have to explain to anybody the reason why you have decided to walk away. They want you to explain. Why did you leave? Everybody will be calling you. Why did you leave? Oh, how all of a sudden your phones are off? Why did you block this one? No need to explain that BS. You do not need to explain. You do not owe anybody an explanation when you decide to choose yourself. You are going to learn to walk away from disrespect. Because when you do walk away, these toxic and manipulative people, they are now starting to figure out that there's nobody to abuse. So what are they going to do with themselves? Where can they point the barrows? There's no target now in the place, because you've always been a targeted individual. So at the moment now, there's no target, and now they are moving around with these barrows. They don't know which way to shoot. That's what happens exactly with this whole situation, ladies and gentlemen. So at the end of the day, they are going to now start shooting between each other. They're going to start shooting. They're going to point the barrels towards each other. They're going to start shooting themselves. Is why you hear many people saying things like, when you walk away as a scapegoat of the family starts fighting amongst each other. So that is because you have unplugged out of the unit. And now they are pointing these barrels. They don't know who to shoot, where to point, which direction to go. They are now starting to bite amongst each other. And it has nothing to do with you. So that is what is going to confirm to you that you have been dealing with abuse and you have been dealing with a very dysfunctional family system. And this is not only in a family system. It can happen in so many areas of your life, depending on where you are, where people are continuously going to take you for a ride for as long as they can, and you do allow them to. But when you do say no and you decide to stand up for yourself, expect the guilt, expect them to make you feel like you're guilty because you made a decision. Expect the backbiting, expect the ganging. They're always going to gang up on you. Oh, that one is a what? They are a failure. They are this and they are that. Everybody is going to try to scream, but you cannot hear them. It is not your business to explain yourself when people start spearing your name. It is when you're going to have that confirmation that these people never had your best interest. Even from day one, they was just pretending. It was a show. They didn't really like you. They was just trying to pretend to be around you, because, as a scapegoat. They want you around as a scapegoat. So it was a temporary relief from their burdens, whatever it is they had to deal with. By you being around, they had somebody where they could dump that garbage. Okay? So what you're going to do for me, my chosen ones, if you're in that scenario whereby you're dealing with abuse and you're dealing with disrespect and stuff like that, manipulation, whatever, just walk away. That's the best you can do. Just walk away. I know when I say just walk away, it's hard. Many people say, oh, how can I walk away from family? How can I? All that kind of stuff. I know it's hard. It's very difficult. I did it, and it was one of the hardest things I've done. But you're going to decide to walk away. By any means necessary, you're going to walk away. Let that BS take care of itself. But you have got to walk away. Because if you do not walk away, the abuse will continue. So they will not stop. When you walk away, they have nobody to abuse. When you stay, they have a victim to abuse. So you do walk away and everything will be okay. Learn how to shut it down like a boss by walking away and choosing yourself, choosing self-love. Love yourself a little bit more, my chosen ones. So many times people have not taught you to love yourself. Is why you feel guilty by choosing and loving yourself. But when you do walk away and you go and work on yourself, you are going to learn the benefits of choosing yourself and choosing your peace over other people. Okay? Prioritizing yourself is very important for your own development and growth. So this is the video of self-development. For a lot of you guys who have been asking me, oh, what about the family? So this and this, what do I do? There's nothing you can do. There's nothing you need to do. There's nothing you can do. The best thing you can ever do is to walk away and shut it down like a boss. It's going to be a matter of time before you will start seeing what exactly have you left behind, because you're going to see everything play out in 3D. You're going to see what have you been dealing with over the years. It's going to be clear to you that you walking away from disrespect was the best thing that has ever happened to you. So let us know what you think about the video, guys, in the comments below. You guys know I do love and appreciate your support. Please book a session. You may donate or support my channel if you want to. Everything you need, you will find it in the description below. And until then, I will catch you guys in my next one. There's almost signing out. Much love and blessings. Peace.